What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi podcast, where we love our spicy kimchi and we love our hot, spicy K-pop takes. I am your host, Justin Turnell, with my co-host, Brian Limper. Dude, what's up? It's 12:44 in the morning.
Yeah, we're getting a really late start to this one today, but it's all right.
Dude, we're ready, man, because what are we doing today? We're diving in. It's a deep dive into the boys.
Deep dive into the dudes. Talking about male groups today.
Talking about boy groups today. Not our specialty, but we still like them.
We figured we'd get something out there for our male group stands so they can feel like they're part of the group, part of the crew.
It's true. We want everyone to be a part of our K-pop kimchi group, and boy groups are obviously a huge deal in K-pop, so we got to talk about them.
Actually, it's a super big deal.
The biggest deal. Bigger than the girls, but to each their own.
So, what are we going to talk about the boy groups today?
Well, we talked about it earlier this week. We are just going to go off and list a few songs that we like from pretty much whoever. Some songs that we have on our playlist that we jam out to a lot. I think we were going to do like 3 each, and then we both really like Big Bang and Super Junior, so we were going to talk about them later on and list a few songs and just talk a little bit about why we like those groups more, since those were kind of the guy groups that we got into when we were getting into K-pop, and the guy groups who we still pretty much like as, time went on.
I would generally say most of the songs that I like by the boy groups are just like general ones that like everybody's into, like the really mainstream ones. Because I'm not really into any particular boy groups or male groups outside of like Super Junior and Big Bang. So all the other songs you're about to list are just ones that we just kind of like, but don't really know too much about the members.
Yeah, that's what I pretty much went to. Like, for my list of songs, I went to my K-pop playlist, and I was just looking at the songs and skimming through to see, like, oh, I know I jam out to this song a lot, and that was pretty much what it was. All like very popular, very well-known songs from these guy groups that I'm like, yep, this is what I listen to the most. So there's probably not really going to be any like surprising songs that no one's like never heard before, you know what I mean?
Most of the ones I actually heard from like my Discovered Weekly or my daily mixes that I get on my Spotify. So I don't actually like actively go looking for them unless they're like a comeback that I like, I don't know, somehow listened to or found out about or someone told me to listen to. Otherwise, I just kind of come on randomly and I'm like, wow, that's a really good song. I'll add it to my playlist.
Usually when I check out a new guy group comeback, it's not because I like know about it, it's because I see it on social media. Like if a lot of Instagram accounts are posting videos from it, or Twitter is, kind of blowing up. But that's how it was with Super M, who just debuted with all the SM boy group members coming together. They were like a huge deal. I saw they were on like Ellen and all this stuff. So I didn't listen to their song, but tonight I actually listened to the first song, like Jopping, I think it's called. And it was really good. But usually that's how I get connected to the guy group songs, as I see just the buzz around it, and I'm like, oh, I better go check this out.
I also, all the songs we're about to talk about, I don't know if I've seen any of the videos, maybe 1 or 2 of them on accident.
Yeah. I think I've seen a few of mine. I've seen a few. I mean, we've seen all of probably the Super Junior and Big Bang ones, but the ones before, I think I've seen all of my guy group songs. I'm gonna list. I think I've seen. Videos.
I haven't seen the videos and stuff for like the ones we're gonna list. I've definitely seen like Super Junior stuff and Big Bang stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, quite a bit of it. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think for the songs I have, I think I've seen the videos. I know I have for 2. I'm not sure about the third one, but I might have. I'm not 100% sure.
It might have snuck in there.
So I guess that this isn't really like a rankings. It's just kind of like, hey, we have 3 songs. So do you wanna kick it off with your first go?
Yeah, my first song that well, I guess it's not really in any order, but the first song that I like is called Awkward Silence by Stray Kids.
Oh my god, 최종 봐 기분이 완전 우울해 인상표 주름 챙겨 Never let fella 모든 게 짜증나게 하지마 yeah like awkward silence 까마귀 지나가 갑자기 분위기 이상해질 필요 없잖아요.
I honestly know nothing about Stray Kids, although I'm pretty sure they're in JYP, right?
Yes, that's correct.
They're like the junior group to GOT7.
Yep.
Who I also know nothing about except for Jackson.
Jackson, man, I love that guy. I love Jackson. He's awesome on variety shows.
Oh yeah, Jackson's hilarious, but I know nothing about GOT7. But yeah, Awkward Silence by Stray Kids is a really cool song.
So what is that song like? I've actually never heard it before. So what style is it?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know if I can really explain it.
But I actually just saw that they just came back with a new song like really like now today. I think it was called like Shoelace or something like that. And it was
really?
actually yeah, it was really good. It was really really good actually. I was very impressed. I was like, "Oh, maybe I need to pay attention to them more because this song actually it was actually like a pretty more like harder kind of rap style song, so it was good."
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what Awkward Silence is. It's kind of like a rappy song. It's not like soft or anything. I mean, like I said, you'd have to listen to it. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah. And like we did for our comebacks, we're going to put some clips in there for the listeners, for you the listeners, and for me because I haven't heard that song either. So that'll be perfect.
Also, listeners, sorry we don't know anything about your favorite male groups because, I mean,
this is us trying. We are trying
we're attempting to connect.
Trying to talk about guys. We're trying our best. And they're really good, but you know, we just don't know everything we need to know yet, but we are giving it our best shot.
What's your first song you want to
My first song that I listen to quite a bit, it's really good by a really big group. It is Power by EXO.
Oh yeah, that's such a good song.
Yeah, I feel like that's a song, like we kind of said, everybody knows that song. Everybody knows EXO. Obviously, they have so many hits, you know, for years now. But I really like Power. It's really catchy. It's a really like, you know, kind of fun and big. It has like a really big sound to it. It sounds really, really like important and like meaningful in a way. But
it's like really upbeat and dancey.
I guess literally like powerful. Hence like the name. But I really like it. It's really good, really catchy, and shout out to EXO because they are really just like a premier guy group.
I don't know if I actually know any members of EXO outside of Kai.
Yeah. Didn't he date Jennie?
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Kai for dating Jennie. Good job, man.
That's actually like the only reason I know who he is. Like,
I didn't know who Kai was until the dating thing with Jennie either. So he's in Super M. I know that.
Yeah, he is.
So I was just looking at their. There's another guy from EXO in there too. I just don't remember who it was. I was literally like just looking at it. But shout out to Kai for dating Jennie. Claps for you because that's impressive.
That powered your group onto this list based off those merits.
Literally, like, yeah, you get on the group.
Literal power.
Literal power because you dated Jennie. So shout out to EXO. Shout out to Power. So, all right, back to you. What is your next song?
My next song is Empty Space by B2B. Now, this is actually a group that I actually am into. I don't know if Justin's into them as much as I am, but I do follow B2B a lot. Mainly because they're from Cube, and like I've said before, I'm a big Cube stan, so I like all the groups in Cube, and they're pretty funny on reality shows and variety shows and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really good song. It's a softer. No, I don't know about softer, but it's not. I don't know. It's completely different from the Awkward Silence or EXO or any of that kind of stuff.
Is it like a ballad or not?
It's
quite
not a
ballad,
ballad, but it's I don't know. It's kind of like a softer song compared to some of the other songs that are on the list.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I haven't heard it. I've seen some B2B videos with you, just, variety stuff, and they're really funny. They're really hilarious guys. And what I really know about them is Peniel, and he has his hair back now because he used to be bald, and he somehow has a full head of hair again. So shout out Peniel. That's impressive.
Magic. Good for you, Peniel.
Yeah, and he had some solo stuff come out, and I actually listened to it, and it wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
Yeah, they all have a lot of solo stuff coming out, to be honest with you. I know Hyunsuk is going on a solo tour and releasing some songs, too. They've been around for a good amount of time, honestly. They debuted in 2012, I think. So, they've been around for quite some time. And they're considered, the main money getters for Cube Entertainment. That's, their big group where they put all their, time and effort into, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them on Dream Concert, so that was a while ago. So they've been around.
The other thing that I know that's legendary is when Sungjae was dressed like the...
was he like a matador?
No, he was like a... I don't even know how to say it. Like a old imperial,
like a general or something?
Yeah, something like that. And then, remember the Yu Kwang came in and he was like a centaur?
Yeah, and they had at the ISAC, the
Idol Star Athletic Championships. Yeah. They're doing archery. If you haven't seen that, it's the funniest video ever.
It is absolutely hilarious. You need to check that out. Anybody needs to go watch that because it is so funny.
Just YouTube B2B Archery ISAC, and you'll know which video we're talking about because he's dressed literally like a centaur.
And they just come out and then they just stare at each other, and the cameras. There's each a camera on them, and they zoom in super close to their eyes, and it's super intense.
And the one guy starts crying.
Yeah, he has tears flowing down his eyes because it's such an intense staring. I don't know. It's super weird, but it's super hilarious.
They're all really funny. They're really funny on all the reality stuff and
yeah.
They're just funny guys.
Yeah. I feel the more if I look up more B2B stuff and listen to them more, I feel like they could become one of my, boy groups that I really, really like.
I gotta admit, personally, outside of watching them on stuff, because they're really funny, kind of on When Mom's Sleeping and stuff, and they do the ASMR stuff,
Yeah.
That stuff's all really funny, and they're kind of just goofy altogether. But their songs, a lot of them are kind of hit or miss for me.
Right.
Some of them I'm oh yeah, this is really good, or this sounds cool. And others just wow, it's real, way too soft and ballady for me. I'm not a big fan.
Well, I feel like that's kind of Cube in a way too. Nothing against Cube, but sometimes Cube can be hit or miss.
Also, on the topic of Cube, shout out, happy birthday, Songhee.
Yeah,
woo,
the real reason
happy
for this
birthday.
episode. The real
Let's
reason
go.
for this episode. Everybody clap for Songhee.
Happy birthday.
Woo! How old is she?
24.
Wow, just really getting up there in age.
Pretty sure 24. Well, I guess, hold on. I can tell you. Pretty sure she's 24.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Really just gets on the back end of her career.
But good for her. Good for Songhee. I hope that they...
What a great day.
I hope they had a party and she got all awesome gifts and she got to hang out with her nephew? Niece. I get it wrong every single time, but...
Yeah, she's October 10th, 1995. So
dang, awesome. Way to go, Songhee.
Love you, bae. Have a great day.
We all adore you on the K-Pop Kimchi podcast, and we hope you have a super amazing B-Day. That was our first birthday we celebrated on here, so...
I know, it's a special
what a good one
too.
to kick it off. That was a great one.
What's your next song?
Yeah, my next one, my second one. I guess, like you said, there's no order, so I'm gonna go with Shine by Pentagon.
내가 너를 좋아해도 nobody knows 다른 여자를 봐도 nobody's like you 용기가 없어서 I'm sorry 더 많고 비울 수 그래 나는 널 사랑하는 찌질이 그래 나는 머저리 난 너한테는 거머리 겉절이 이 세상 너 하나면 돼 Baby I'm only yours
I don't really know the Pentagon members, but
Except for
Edon, who is
who's
not
not even
there
there anymore.
because he dates Hyuna. Shout out to him for that. That's cool. But I love Shine. Like the piano in the beginning, once you just hear that, the little piano riff play, you're just like, let's go. This is a banger.
Actually, you should just do your next one too, because both of these were actually, in my opinion, in contention for what should have been the song of the year last year, because they're both just like super good.
Okay, I'll say my last one. It's Love Scenario by Icon.
우리가 만든 love scenario 이젠 조명이 꺼지고 마지막 페이지를 넘기면 조용히 말을 내리죠 에이 괜찮지만은 않아 이별을 마주한다는 건 오늘이었던 우리의 어제 또는 내일이 없다는 건 아프긴 해도 더
That was, I mean, I thought, when did that come out? Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the song of the year last year, or at least should have been right there, because that was a really good song, and I hadn't really heard a K-pop song really like that. I don't know, it was just like different, but super catchy, and had a really good beat, but was still like meaningful and soft at the same time. Kind of just had everything wrapped up in the one. I don't know too much about Icon except for they're kind of falling apart now, but I really like Love Scenario.
It's also kind of weird because the only thing I remember from them before Love Scenario was like Bling Bling, and that's like completely different.
Yeah, I know, it was weird. And actually, I like Bling Bling. I mean, even though it just reminded me of kind of like a knockoff Big Bang, which kind of makes sense since it's, they're from YG, but I like that, but Love Scenario is like such a different turn than Bling Bling. But it was so good. I loved Love Scenario. I feel like everybody loved Love Scenario. That song was such a hit.
Yeah, for me, Love Scenario and Shine go hand in hand, because that was just like a great year for like those two groups making music last year.
Just like super catchy songs that aren't like super crazy heavy or anything like that, but they just have awesome melodies and awesome riffs with the instruments and great beats, and they're just like perfect.
It's just like great vocal melodies, and
Yeah.
the dances are great. They all look like they're having a good time dancing and stuff.
Definitely. But what was your last song?
My last song is probably, honestly, one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time, and it's "Baby Don't Stop" by NCT U. I freaking love that song.
That is a great song. That deserves to be on any type of great song list because it's so good.
Oh, it's so good. I love it so much. I can't say I watched a ton of videos on that, like just their live stages and stuff.
Yeah.
They're super talented. I honestly don't really get how the whole NCT thing works because there's so many of them and there's so many different things.
There's a lot.
So I'm not sure how close to the whole unit NCTU is, or if it's like a side group or something, but it's off their main NCT family album, so
Right.
I guess you can count it as NCT. But yeah, it's only 2 of the members. But yeah, it's such a catchy song. It's so good. The best thing I saw was when someone sent me a video, and it was like one of the members of the group just whispering "Baby Don't Stop" repeatedly for 5.5 hours.
That's a great way to pass some time.
Oh, it was so funny. I was like, wow, where have I never seen this before?
That song is so good, and I'd say that it is more of a style that I kind of like, just with the super heavy like synth bass, in the beginning and all that. So that song, fit me really well. I really like just the vibe of it and the style and the concept, and really what's so cool is the dancing too with the two guys. I don't even know who they are, but they just kill it, and the video is awesome. They're in like all these different scenes and all these different like buildings dancing, and it just works so well.
Yeah, they're just great dancers too. So I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
It was Taeyong and Ten.
Hey, they're I
I
think
think they're both in Super M, aren't they?
10 is in Super M, I know. I think they both are. I think they both are. Could be wrong. I know 10 is for sure, but I think they're both in Super M. So shout out to Super M for.
Shout out to you guys. But yeah, Baby Don't Stop, such a good song. If you've never looked it up, yeah, they're both in there.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Oh, and Baekhyun, that's the other guy that's the member of.
NCT that's in Super M.
No, he's the other member of EXO.
Oh, they're EXO. Okay.
But yeah, Baby Don't Stop, great song.
Amazing.
I can listen to it on repeat for hours.
Yeah, that's one of those songs that comes
super
on.
catchy.
When it comes on, you're never skipping. That's a never skip song.
It's almost as good as the Whisper song by the Yin Yang Twins.
It's true, man. Another never skip song.
Taking it back for all you kids out there.
But so that pretty much concludes our three, I guess, songs that we listen to a lot from boy groups. As
and
you can
honestly,
see,
we both listen to like the same song, so
yeah,
I mean, we
it's
just
pretty
split it
much
up 3 and 3.
pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, that's like my whole list of boy group songs right there, all in one. Just combine that, and that's pretty much it. As you can see, we're pretty disorganized when it comes to the guys, but like I said, those songs are all really good, though. I mean, shout out to those songs because they're all hits.
We may not know all the members, but we definitely appreciate their music and the effort and stuff they put into, making music for everybody. Because they sound good. It's just to each their own, right?
To each their own. Amen. Amen. So now we can kind of get into groups we actually know a little bit more about, which is Super Junior and Big Bang. Which one do you want to go with first?
Well, since Super Junior's literally having a comeback in like 2 hours, they're probably going to come back with their new song.
True.
We can talk about Super Junior first.
Awesome.
It's actually kind of funny because the way we found out about Super Junior was we watched that one random episode of Weekly Idol.
Yeah.
Because Hee Chol was hosting it.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason we know who Hee Chol was, because he was hosting Weekly Idol with Hani, and we saw that, and then we went, and for some reason we just were watching random episodes, and that's when we saw them dancing on the Weekly Idol, and we're like, hey, isn't that Hee Chol? And we thought that Shin Dong was like some random guest on the show, and we didn't realize he was an actual member of Super Junior.
Oh yeah, that was really weird because that was. Honestly, I'm trying to think of other ones, but maybe the first and only, let's say, heavyset idol I've ever seen in my life. So I was just wondering why their manager or like stage crew or host, like who is this random guy with this group? Because surely he's not in the group. And then the song would start, and he's the best dancer out of everybody there. He was like the greatest dancer ever.
Yeah, it was really weird, but. And then somehow off of that, I legit watched so many random videos of them doing stuff, and they're just really funny. And that's how I got into Super Junior. And I mean, it's kind of weird because I had to backtrack because all of my favorite songs by Super Junior are pretty recent off their Black Suit album and stuff. Because that's the time I got into them. I like some of the older stuff obviously because it's just legendary. But all the stuff that I'm really all the examples I'm going to give of the songs I like are all their newer stuff that they've just recently put out in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Also interesting, this comeback is going to be the first time we will have known them with as many of the members from the original group as we can. Because when we got into them, remember a lot of the guys were in the army.
Yeah, a lot of them were gone, and that's been something that's been happening with them for a long time, where they've just had like one or two guys that they just had like a cycle of like, all right, they're in the army, in the army, in the army, and then they'd come back, and then just other members would be gone in the army and all that. So, yeah, this is like the first time in a while they're actually good to go and all the way back.
Yep. So that's nice. Not all the members are here. Of course, not all the members are ever going to be back together, but this is going to be the closest thing we're going to get to a full Super Junior lineup. So that's pretty cool.
Super Junior was a group that was kind of weird just to start, paying attention to at first, because I knew them from being hosts first.
Yeah, I know.
I
thought the career was like already over.
Like Lee, yeah, I was like, these guys are retired. They don't do anything anymore. They're just straight entertainers now on TV. But with like Heechul and Lee Took hosting things, and Siwon being an ambassador for just goodness all over the world and everything, and like Shindong being a host on shows sometimes, and just all of them doing different things. It's like, yeah, these guys like don't make music. They obviously, are beyond that point, but sure enough, they're still a group and they're still killing it.
Yeah, they always have good comebacks, and they just love, going out there and doing what they do. I'm glad to see Heechul's back, though, because I remember when they had their last comeback, he was talking about how he didn't want to come back because he thought that it was detrimental to the rest of the group since he can't dance and do stuff like he used to. But they all wanted him to come back, so it'd be like the old days when there's like a full group of them. So he decided to come back and actually do stuff with them. But I'm glad he's back now and actually like participating with the rest of the group. Hopefully he does promotions and stuff with them too.
It's really weird because he said that and he didn't want to slow them down, and he was in a car accident a long time ago, right? That's why he...
Yeah, and he hurt his leg.
Hurt his leg. But if you didn't tell me that, I would not know, because he still is like such an amazing dancer sometimes, even though sometimes he has to like sit out and not do certain things. But I've seen him dance before, and he's super good. But yeah, I'm glad that he's back, because he's definitely a part of Super Junior that needs to be there.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know who Super Junior was.
Yeah, he was the first, member I knew, just because he was on Weekly Idol. He was on Weekly Idol with My Dearest Hani, and it was crazy because you bought that DVD like years ago before we even knew that K-pop was a thing, like years ago, and it was it was a Super Junior
movie
or something.
They made like a movie.
Yeah.
Right? And it came with like these big ass photo cards of all of them, and I'm like, wait a minute, this looks so familiar. Like, why do I know this? And I went and looked in my closet, and it had like this random DVD, like whole like set thing that I bought like years and years ago. Like, I don't know, like what, 5-6 years ago in St. Louis, like a Goodwill. And I opened it up, and sure enough, all the photos of them are still there. The DVD's still there. It's kind of hard to watch because you have to put it and watch it on like a laptop or something, because of the way that the regional thing is on the disc. It doesn't work in a DVD player. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I have a picture of Shindong hanging up at work on my in my workspace, so you can support me through my daily routine.
I remember being there. It was like 2 Christmases ago, like in the winter, and we were watching something with Super Junior, and they're like, wait a minute. And you like went and grabbed it, and you're like, I bought this 6 years ago, and it had Heechul on like the front and some other members on the front, and that was when you hung up the picture of Heechul on the Christmas tree, like at the very top of the Christmas tree you had.
Oh yeah, it's a Heechul Christmas. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was like a really weird coincidence. But so I mean, obviously they have a ton of hits, but what were some of the songs you had that obviously you liked by them?
Well, of course, you got to go with the classic, Sorry, Sorry.
Yeah,
everybody knows. That's the one that blew them up and made them like super popular, really famous. Back when they had 13 members. It's a lot of members.
That song's really good. That's a song that just goes down as one that they play all the time on shows for other idols to dance to, like when
Because it's just so iconic. Like
just
everybody knows the dance.
random group dances for anybody, like all sorts of groups. Sorry is like always on that list, and they, pretty much all the members of any group get up and know it just because of how iconic that song is.
That one, and then the next two are both off the Black Suit album that they put out. Well, I guess the album's technically called Play, but Black Suit was on it. That was like their title track. But two of the B-sides on it that are really good, if you guys should look into it, is Good Day for a Good Day. It's a great song. And then The Lucky Ones. I love The Lucky Ones. That's such a good song. Yeah. Maybe my favorite song on the entire album, to be honest with you.
Good Day for a Good Day is such a sick name for a song. I always thought that was just like a really awesome like song name. I feel like that could be some kind of band too. Like that's just like a really cool name.
Yeah, both of those are really good. Black Suit's really good. What else? Oh, there's a song that they have out that you were really into, and I was really disappointed we couldn't go see him at KCON so we could hear it. If you know what song I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I had that on my list, was Super Duper.
Super
was like
Duper,
perfect name for them for Super Junior, but I didn't. It was obviously a song that they released. They didn't really promote it or anything. I don't think they didn't really have stages, or I think they just kind of came out with it before they
had like a video of them as like cartoons dancing around.
Yeah, they were cartoons. The video is so cool. Like everyone needs to go check out the Super Duper video because it is like a trippy cartoon, and the song is super high tempo, super high fun. But it seemed like they just kind of released that because they were, going to KCON, going on tour and stuff. And it was just like a great song to get the crowd going and everything because it's just really high energy. I love Super Duper because it was just really, really, really fun.
Oh, yeah. I love it too. It's so good. That whole, like I said, this entire, I guess, era of Super Junior when they, had the Play album and everything, was a really good era. It was super good.
Yeah, I mean,
Super Duper, if you would.
Super Duper. They are Super Duper because they're Super Junior. I really like Black Suit a lot. One of the reasons I like Black Suit is because Donghae said on Weekly Idol that they decided to go with Black Suit because Shindong wanted to look a little more slim, and that's what black suits do. So that's why they chose that as like a title and title track. That's always stuck. I forgot about that. That's always stuck with me. So. That is like automatically one of my favorite, tracks that they have, but it's a banger and I'm really excited. What was the song they just came out? They just had a video for?
Oh yeah. Like I was talking about earlier, they're about to have a comeback here, probably happening in a couple hours. But the song that they released, their first song that they released off it isn't their title track, but it's called I Think and it is awesome.
It is really good. I really like the video. I thought the video was very cool.
Oh, I love it too. It's like them just kind of like a boxing video, but they're like a train station,
Yeah.
But it's like the way that it just transitions and cuts from all the members to the other members is just freaking awesome. I love it.
It's just like the camera just is, I guess, backing up, and you see one member step in, the other member, then Heechul's kneeling down. It was just really simple, but really dope how they did that filming wise.
I was just so happy to see all of them back together. This is I don't know. They're awesome. They're timeless. They're literally living legends.
I hope that they continue to have Super Junior TV because that was one of my favorite variety shows to watch.
Oh yeah, Super Junior TV when they challenge all the other groups and stuff to challenges. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they would all be there in an army tent. Preparing for their guest, and then they would reveal who the guest is, and it would be Oh My Girl or Momoland or something, and then they would just have a list of challenges that each of the groups have to compete against. It's a great show. It is so funny.
100%. Anything that involves Super Junior doing anything is a great show.
Yeah.
Also, if you've never looked it up, look up the legendary fight that apparently Chol and Lee Took had.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I don't want to give you any spoilers, but this was back when Lee Took was really working out and he was super ripped. So it's a funny story.
Especially the version as told by Shindong. That
Oh yeah, Shindong has the best version. It's so funny.
That was so funny. I was crying reading that. It's funny just because like everyone has their different version of that story, but it's so funny.
Another good video for them to look up if you want to look up a video is Real Wook versus Siwon in the high pitched note battle.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a classic.
Oh yeah, so funny. Just the facial expressions of that are legendary in themselves.
Or any video of Shindong just like ragging on himself for being fat. It's hilarious.
What was the one when he came out of the fog when it was like the behind the scenes music video? What did he say?
Oh yeah, he said he really liked the smoke because it made him feel like he was like a roasted pig coming out of the oven.
That's so funny. That'll forever be funny, man. He's a good sport that he can make jokes like that. He's not even like that fat, but you know, obviously in K-pop, he just looks a little different than everybody else.
But I mean, hey, he's a dancing prodigy. So
he is. He's still a beast out there, man.
He's such a good dancer.
What was it on when they were on Weekly Idol 2 when they were doing the credit card challenge and it was like, remember Donghae? Yeah, he cried in like 0.3 seconds.
Oh yeah. Another one of my favorite stories is when Donghae and Yoonhook were like close to the same age, and Donghae was like telling him his feelings and sharing stuff with him, and he's like, "You should tell me a little bit about yourself." And Yoonhook's like, "No," and he like just started crying, and it made him pull the van over on the side of the road so he could get out and start crying.
Yeah, apparently he just cries all the time. Even still, just cries all the time.
Yeah, they're all funny. They're just so quirky and funny. They all just like are past that point of having like, you know, like a I don't know what do you call it, like an image to upkeep. So
yeah, they're just like veterans. They're veterans, so they can just do whatever they want. They're at the point where they can just pretty much do whatever they want because they're that funny and that great at performing too. It's just they're a group that you can just watch so many videos that they're not even performing or dancing and they're still so entertaining. Like that's how we got into them. The entertaining and like, or the not entertaining, but like the music and dancing and choreography, that all came like second for Super Junior.
Oh yeah.
I think that's why they stuck because we got like that other side of them first.
Yeah, I mean at this point in time they honestly like come back for like just to come back. Like they don't care about like award shows or like winning, you know, music shows or like any of that stuff. They're just like coming back to because they love making music and like, you know, making stuff for the fans. The Elves.
The Elves, yeah. Great fandom name. Great fandom name.
We love Super Junior.
We do. But, alright. We're going on to the next guy group we love.
Oh yeah, here. So you can talk about these guys. I know you love Big Bang. So.
I love Big Bang. And they, you know, as of right now, they have some controversy surrounding them because of, I can't remember his name. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name right now? Sungri, yes, Sungri. They have a lot of stuff going on with him and just their company and YG and everything, but just kind of looking beyond that and just thinking about the positives and everything. They're a super awesome group because kind of like Super Junior, they're just like super fun. They're guys that have been around each other so much, so they've gotten to that point where they can just like rag on each other and make fun of each other, and they really are like brothers, and that was something to me I thought was super cool about Big Bang. They're 5 members from YG. They have a lot of awesome tracks. They're so big in Korea. I mean, the leader is G-Dragon, who is probably arguably the biggest Korean name in music just because he's such an icon for his music and fashion and lifestyle and everything there. And they're so like globally popular. I mean, obviously BTS is like the biggest when it comes to K-pop being popular in the world, but Big Bang kind of, you know, in a way started that for for a lot of groups and a lot of guys too. So I mean, there's a reason they're called the kings of K-pop. You know.
I mean, they really like set the stage and the groundwork for like groups to be popular nowadays, and like a lot of people base their personas and what they look like and how they act and stuff off of like G Dragon and like wanting to be like G Dragon.
Yeah, they're just super cool. That's why I liked Big Bang, is because they're all very different than each other, but together they're all just such a cool group, and they also have a lot of songs in the style of music that I like, just kind of like that hip hop, R&B style, and you know they're really good at performing. They're really good at dancing. Their live performances, you know, not like show stages, but their concert stages and you know these big arenas and on their tours. Those are so fun to watch because they always bring such high energy, and they're just so good live.
What are some of your favorite songs by Big Bang?
Well, I mean, I gotta go with, overall, Made, which was their like most recent album. It's already a few years old because, um, you know, they're like all in the army right now, but they're coming out soon. Well,
It should be back in December.
Top is already out of the army. He got released not too long ago, and then a lot of the other members are going to be getting out of the army here pretty soon. So hopefully, they can maybe do something musically. I mean, obviously Sungri's not going to be there, but whatever. But I'm hoping that the rest of the members can do something. But when before they left, they made, which is one of my favorite musical albums ever, any genre. But I got to go with Bang Bang Bang.
Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. 자 보자 마라. 자 보자 마. 자 보자 마라.
I mean, that was
Classic.
it's such a fun song, and it's so hip hop. The beats are so good. The beat drop is amazing. The lyrics are good. The energy is just super high. It's just one of those songs that get you really pumped up.
The music
And
video is wild.
The music video is one of the wildest I've ever seen. So, all around, that is just a perfect concept for them, and they're just really amazing in that song.
Speaking of, talk about another song that everybody dances to on like variety shows.
Oh, good point. Yeah, along with like Sorry Sorry, Bang 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 is right there with all
Like there's not
all the
there's
random
nobody that
dance
doesn't
plays.
know it.
Yeah, all the random dance plays have Bang 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 because it's just an iconic song too. I mean, maybe it'll need a few more years to be like iconic, but it's right there, man. It's so popular, and I feel like everybody loves that song.
Oh yeah, everybody, all the other idols get so excited when it comes on like a random dance play or something like that, just because they just love the song so much.
Yeah, and that is a song that's also, like we kind of said earlier about other songs, that's, for me anyway, a never repeat song. Anytime that song starts, I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to Bang 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 because it goes hard and it's just that dope.
What are some other songs you like? I know that one's like a main one, like everybody knows that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of just one other one. Pretty much like every song off Made was really, really, really good. I mean, like, I just recommend that album. Sober off Made was super good too. That has a really awesome,
Great
like,
song.
catchy synth, I guess.
Hey 닥터 날 좀 살려줘요 확 돌아버리겠으니까 어설픈 말들로 눌러대지 말고 Hear me say 진짜 이씨 정신이 나 흔들어 뭐가 나와 수가 없어 정신이 나 제일 싫어
It's, you know, an upbeat it's just such a catchy song. I mean, it's upbeat, it's fun, and it sums up another side of Big Bang. That's something about them too that I really like is, you know, they can go hard with like these rap songs, but then they can bring it back, especially for a song that you like and we like to party, which is like a completely different vibe. but it's still a concept that they pull off almost perfectly.
Whenever I hear it, it reminds me of a song I hear from like One Direction or something.
Yeah, I agree. And they're just like having a good time at the hotel and
It's
driving
like a great
cars.
summer
And
song, just hanging out, chilling.
just the bros broing down and doing
Growing out
what
with
they
my
do.
dogs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing, man. That's a great song. Fantastic Baby's a good song. That was really a
That's one
song.
that really like blew him up.
Yeah, that really blew them up internationally. A lot of people started to pay attention to them. That is a crazy music video, and those visuals are just wild with their outfits and everything. Like G-Dragon's hair, he has this like long orange hair that's like really, really, really long, sitting on his throne or whatever. It's super crazy.
They have like the craziest style. Like it's just so unique and different, but it like fits them so well. They like pull it off so well.
Yeah, they're all just super confident in what they, made as a group, that anything they do looks cool. I mean, Taeyoung can go ride on the back of a horse with long
Speaking
flowing
of,
hair. Yeah.
my
And-
favorite Big Bang song is Bebe, and that is the funniest music video in the
Oh my
entire world.
gosh.
I love it so much.
Baby baby 지금처럼만 아름다워질래 넌 시간이 지나도 내가 설렐 수 있게 Baby baby 난 시들지 마 이기적인 날 위해 그 모습 그대로 넌 그대로여야만 해
It's such a
Taeyong's
good.
riding on a horse with long hair, with shirtless, with like a leather vest on, and 3 lip rings in like a middle of a western scene. It's the craziest setting
I don't
ever.
even know what's going on. Yeah, he randomly has like so many piercings.
And there's like cherry blossom trees like blowing everywhere. It's crazy. And then my favorite member, Daesung, has like the wildest like chili bowl mullet. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the craziest hair ever, but it's so cool.
He rocked the Chili Bowl for a long time, but his vocals are so good. I mentioned the live stages, but you gotta watch. People have to watch Fantastic Baby on like any tour, because Daesung just like steals the show with how good his vocals are. Man, he like powers through, and he just kills it. He just kills it. And otherwise known as D-Light, man, he's a legend.
Oh yeah, D-Light's huge in Japan.
D-Light is huge in Japan. You have a poster of him, and it's absolutely beautiful.
I
But
do.
but
He looks
that,
like Elvis.
yeah, I think that was kind of just all my list. Pretty much just like the whole Made CD was so good. Just everyone needs to, like, Loser is such a good song. And another thing about Big Bang, like, you can start wherever you want, but if you want an introduction to Big Bang, just type in their performance from Mama in 2015.
Yeah, it's so
and
good.
watch it's probably maybe the best K-pop, live performance I've ever seen. Just overall, I think they perform Loser. They have Bang 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 and a couple other songs too at Mama, which is a huge Asian music award show. But it's so good.
Honestly, if you want a good start to Big Bang, just go listen to the entire Made album front to back.
Yeah, it's just so good. Which is like, that's like their most recent thing, like complete thing as a group, but it's a great way to start because it's such a good album.
I can't wait for them to come back. I'm sure that they're gonna have something set up to where they like make a big return, and it's gonna be awesome to start 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I remember when all these guys were going to the military, and now we're a few months away and they're going to be coming out.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like they were gone for that long, to be honest with you. It feels like just the other day we were talking about how Taeyong was getting married.
Yeah, he got married. He got married like right before he went to
He
the
left.
army, and I remember like watching the videos of them like literally with thousands of fans in the street, and they're like bowing down the YG to say goodbye. And funny how that all turned out, but like
And YG was saying bye to his bank account.
yeah, I know. He's whatever. Big Bang just needs to run that entertainment company from now on. But yeah, it's crazy they're coming back. But I will say some of my other favorite music, or not music videos, but just videos in general, are Taeyong and Daesung in the army performing their songs for
Oh, yeah.
the
For
army,
the rest of the army.
rest of the Korean guys in the army, because they love it.
Everyone's just so hyped. They're like going crazy.
Oh, those are Those videos bring me such joy. They're so fun, and it's so funny watching like Taeyong just like get so into it in his like army fatigue, and then all these dudes are just like going so wild, and they have
Like yelling and screaming.
and he's on this like little tiny stage that they have outside with like some little lights and stuff, and it's just like, dang, he can really perform for anybody.
He gives it his all 100% of the time, so it makes him amazing.
It's true, but yeah, that's Big Bang. I mean, they're, still a group that I'm sure I can even learn more stuff about, like their more early stuff, but I'm really just looking forward to them getting out of the army, coming back, and making some really sick music again, because I feel like we need it, man. I want to have a boy group. I guess Super Junior is coming back literally right now, which is awesome, but I want to have, my other favorite boy group coming back so I could like pay attention and be like, "Oh, when are they going to do something? When are they going to have a music video? When are they going to do this?" Because I really don't do that too much with any of these other groups. I kind of just catch songs here and there, but I want to like actually be anticipating a guy group coming back.
Yeah, I feel that. I would definitely say out of both of us, I think you like Big Bang more and I like Super Junior more. So
Yeah, I'd say.
It'll be pretty exciting when they come back. I'm pretty excited for them to come back.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really pumped for this Super Junior comeback too, just to see what they got and see where they go with it and what they do, because it's always the fun part about the comeback too, is not just the music itself, but all the stages and variety shows and entertainment appearances that they do too.
Yeah, well, I mean, that pretty much covers all the main boy groups we listen to. I will say, the last one I want to talk about is the one that really just got me into it. Ironically, was "View" by Shiny.
Yeah, shout out to View.
I mean, I know it's funny because I know like all the members of Shiny, but I couldn't like tell you which one was which. But
Yeah.
"View" was like I've said before, is like the one song that really like got me into K-pop. Like really just made me flip the switch and made me want to listen to more K-pop and get into it. So shout out to View. Great song, great music video. Jonghyun, we miss you. But man,
Shiny was like the first group that really caught my eye as far as guy groups go, because of Dream Concert 2015, and they played View. So that was really my first favorite guy group song too, was when you showed that to me. So yes, shout out to Shiny. They have a special place in our hearts, and they are legends, all of them. We love them, and View, like you said, is a banger and will forever be a legendary song.
there's other songs by them that I do like, but View's like one of my favorite songs ever.
It's just such a unique song. I feel like there's no song like View. No song really hits home like View either. It just has its own unique concept that can't really be replicated.
Honestly, if it wasn't for that song, I don't know if I'd even like be into K-pop like I am now.
Yeah,
If at all.
it's weird looking back on that kind of thing. You're like, wow, if I never heard this, who knows if I would have been here or here or here. But thank goodness, man. Thank goodness you did.
I know, right? Too bad I passed up my chance to see him play it live when they came to that fan meeting in Rosemont.
Yeah, I know. That does kind of stink.
But yeah, I think that pretty much covers all the boy groups. Unless there's any others you wanted to add, any like random ones that popped in your head.
Not really right now. I mean, I know it's like not necessarily a group, but Epic High is kind of like a rap group, and I really do like them. I've been getting into them. They have really cool. They're just really chill, and they used to be under YG for a little bit. I think they're on their own label now, but they have some good songs and some good albums. They've been around a long time, so there's a lot to learn, which I still am. But Epic High is cool. Just like
They are pretty old.
yeah, three-man rap group. I really like the guys too. That's kind of how I started paying attention to them, was just their social media, and the like leader or main. I don't really even know if they have positions, but Tablo has like his own podcast, and he's a really cool guy. So that was kind of how I got into them. But Epic High, shout out them. They're a good group if you want a little bit different mix of Korean music. Definitely check them out.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it myself. I haven't really listened to much stuff by him. I know if there's a couple of stuff that's come up on like my daily mixes, but I haven't really listened to too much of Epic High.
Yeah, They're pretty cool, but I think for a boy group episode, I think we did okay. I think we did all right.
Yeah, if any of the listeners have like, I don't know, any recommendations. I know I actually have some friends that like recommend boy group stuff to me all the time, and I check it out. And like I said, it's not like I don't like it. It's just not my preferred type of music and stuff that I really get into. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, you have any type of or any songs you think we should look into, just let us know. Because I'll listen to them.
Yeah, like you said, we got nothing against the guy groups. Honestly, I'd like to know more and pay attention a little more. It's just not necessarily our go-to when it comes to K-pop. So anybody, hit us up on our social media, which is K-pop Kimchi 101 on Instagram, where we'll have all posts of everything, and K-pop Kimchi Podcast on Twitter, where we'll have the episodes as well. I know our following based on Twitter is slowly but surely growing, but we're fighting and it's working. And let us know all about the boy groups. So, dude, what is your social media you want to plug before we end the episode?
My Instagram is at Fograw, TOHB. So FOGRAWTOHB. That's
Solid.
really the only form of social media I have. I think I say this every week, but that's
Yeah,
the only
it's
social
true.
media I have,
It's true. But it works, man. And if you hit him up on Instagram, he's gonna get back to you for sure. So
I will answer you back.
for me, it's pretty much Instagram as well. Just JUSTINTOHB. That is my Instagram, and this has been our 3rd episode, man. We made it to number 3.
I know, pretty cool. Getting there, slowly but surely.
Surely.
Not really sure what we're gonna do next week, but I know that we are planning on a big series for our favorite girl groups. It's gonna take more than a couple episodes to talk about. Our favorite girl groups.
We have something in the mix for the girl groups and favorites coming. I don't think it's gonna start next week. But so we're not necessarily sure what is going to be going on next week, but we have something in the mix. We got something in the mix. I mean, maybe we can look at Super Junior a little more next week since they'll be all the way come back. But
that is true.
But yeah, we got some good stuff in the mix. So if you're coming,
it could really be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Even a boat.
Even a boat. But if this is your first time listening, thank you. If you've come back and listened, thank you. We love everyone. For Justin, which is me, and for Fograw himself, this is the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast. Peace.
Peace.